Well, the stage is set for two mega IPOs, the Hyundai India IPO as well as Swiggy's IPO. If you've not been sort of really dozing off or you've not been switching off from the news, you would know that the star-studded pre-investors have been really showing interest in these two mega IPOs. Sectors that are leading to this surge. Why are these IPOs considered hot IPOs? And what should you as investors be watchful of? Well, to decode all of that, I'm joined by Dherendra Kumar, founder and CEO of Value Research. Thank you so much for your time. First, really,
Thank
for
you.
all those really tracking the markets very, very closely and these IPOs, everything to do with these IPOs, the spotlight really on the timing of the mega IPOs and your first thoughts.
No, I think it is very appropriately timed because for 4 or 5 years we have seen a raging bull market, rising market. Indian investors have come in large number, investing a sizable amount month after month for last 4 or 5 years. So I've never seen a sustained interest of individual investors in the market ever in the past of the kind that we are witnessing right now. There is a dearth of high quality companies which are available at reasonable price. So it will be a very meaningful supply. It will be a very meaningful addition to our stock market listed universe. Third is that strong market sentiment, high investors demand, and media attention. The only thing which I am not very sure, which only time will prove, that are they attractively priced so that it leaves money for, and will they keep growing the way they have been doing, or will they keep doing well the way they have been doing, so that investors are able to profit from it. So it is right time. It is a meaningful addition, and only the pricing bit, if they are attractively priced, and I hope so, because these are large IPOs, and one should not forget that both the companies are leaders which are going public. These are really, this will be Hyundai is the leading player in the automobile, and it has established itself. I would actually, give credentials to this company because Maruti started as a market leader and it has been able to sustain itself. Whereas this company started as a startup in India and has been able to emerge as a very strong player. Likewise for Swiggy, it is in food delivery business. It has been able to be the second most dominant player in a duopoly vis-a-vis uh, Zomato. And if you look at the market cap, Maruti Suzuki, the leading domestic car player, has a market cap of 4 lakh crore. As compared to that, Zomato, which came from nowhere and a food delivery aggregation business, is a 2 lakh crore, which has an add-on of the Blinkit and the Zepto and things like that. The instant delivery business or quick delivery business also tagged along. So I think both are these both businesses individuals can relate to. They have been, at least in the leading cities, prominent cities, everybody is using their services, and now they can buy their stock as well. And I would say that what you were saying at the outset, that big investors or celebrity investors are investing, let that not be a criteria. uh, their reason could be different. They are very wealthy people, they can afford to lose, and it will not have a bearing on their life. You be a little more careful.
Right, so that's your message really to all investors at large. But for those saying, okay, is it the sectors that these two mega IPOs belong to, and the fact that they have outperformed, like you were explaining, the key reason for this interest?
Oh, high investors demand, because new generation business, and that is true for Swiggy. And the way Zomato has come on the forefront ever since listing, most of the new generation businesses, they struggled. Zomato is a first among equal. It's a very successful business simply because the cash flows are now in place. It is now able to. It is still growing steadily, and the its profit is growing faster, and there's a turnaround in the cash flow, and that I think is a good news, and that I think is reducing the risk of investing in its leading competitor. So when anybody was investing in Zomato a few years back, it was a very risky proposition because a lot of things had to unfold. Now that has unfolded, that now that is visible now, greater visibility. Maybe it's a very meaningful opportunity. Likewise for Hyundai, it's a leading player, and all these industries are, vulnerable to being challenged by something, because if you look at automobile business, it is being challenged by the whole migration to electric, and when it will happen, and the tax incentives, and what government will do to them. But and likewise for this business. But the fact is that both are very credible companies with demonstrated capabilities in establishing a business which and as a leading player, and they're for the long run.
Right, for the long run then. But hot IPOs, to those wondering, look, what are the advantages then and disadvantages of this intense interest that we are seeing, ahead of, of course, the listing, and the IPOs are going to, garner so much interest already, like you were explaining, there's a star-studded, pre-investor interest that we've all witnessed. So really, what then are the advantages and the disadvantages of hot IPOs, and what should investors at large be mindful of?
No, investors should be mindful of the valuation only, because the risk in the business, because when you are investing in a new company, new kind of company, you have all the uncertainty, you have all the unknowns, and when the company will start making profit, when the company will start doing well, at least that part is sorted in these companies. You are also worried about the management, that how they have done through the ups and downs of the economies. Both the company, at least Hyundai, has a longer history of tiding through and establishing itself as a lead player in a segment in which we have seen one of the biggest explosive growth in the country, and likewise for Swiggy as well. So I think investors should just be careful about two things. One is that they should not be affected by this fear of missing out. You don't have to invest. If Amitabh Bachchan is investing, or if somebody else is investing, they can really afford to lose money. Can you? You worry about yourself. Second is that, this is not the last opportunity you can buy the stock in these two companies. If they are overpriced, they will be, market is a great equalizer. If it is not reasonably priced, and it is your responsibility not to overpay for something. So just be mindful of that, and they are good companies worth investing. Price is the issue.
Right. So watch for the valuation, like you said. That really is your key advice to all those tracking these mega IPOs, and of course, a stage set for this debut. Thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you.